Everybody, what's up, y'all? Welcome back or welcome to my channel. TammyTalks here. I want to start like a new series type whatever on my channel of me talking like entertainment news, pop culture topics, all that type of stuff. So I've done some videos like that in the past where it's me kind of talking about a specific topic, kind of like one video at a time. But I want to do it and like kind of incorporate a weekly video or maybe once a week, or maybe more than once a week, where we are talking about a bunch of different things together. So if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead, please consider subscribing to the channel, thumbsing up the video, and then hop into the comment section, y'all. Let's talk about all the mess that happened recently. All right, so let's start with Stacey Dash. Stacey Dash did a TikTok where she is finding out that DMX passed away. Now, it's odd. It's very, very odd because DMX died like April of 2021. If I'm not mistaken, it was like March or April. So the fact that Stacey Dash, like a year and a half later, is like not only now finding out about it, two, admitting that she just found out about it, and three, made a video with what I felt like was inappropriate music going through the background. It was weird, and it was like I didn't know. I think she like hashtagged OD, and she's saying that she herself has been sober for going on, did she say 7 years? Or did she say 7 months? She said that she has been sober, and it's like, sober where? Now, see, what this showed me was that Stacey Dash, one, just needed some attention. Because, let's say by chance, my God, let's say by chance, you did not know that DMX had passed away. One, why did you have to make a video crying about it? Why did you have to put in there, oh, I didn't know that he OD'd from cocaine and all this other stuff, and then you're hashtagging, like, why did you have to do that? I'm a huge proponent that if you can film yourself crying, you are not that sad. You are not that sad. You are not that upset, because the times that I have cried and I've been like super, super upset about something or distressed about something, the very last thing that I am thinking of doing is pulling out my phone, setting it into a stand, setting it into a mount, and then, propping it up, pressing record, and then crying. Like, that is the very, very last thing that I would ever think to do. I just, like, is Stacey Dash that far removed from black people and black culture? Like, let's be real about this. Like, we know that Stacey has gone over to the other side. That's what she wants. She's, not only was she a Republican, which is fine, she's a Trumplican, and she like stood 10 toes down on that. And I remember her coming out like a couple years ago and saying how her family disowned her and how she lost a lot of friends and all of that type of stuff. And she just didn't know what to do. She felt the way about it. And it's like, well, stand on what you wanted to do. That's the side that you chose. That's who you wanted to vote for. And that's fine. If that's who you wanted to vote for, that's who you wanted to support. But then you have to be able to take the backlash that comes with it. But it was like, Stacey, girl, please, please. I know that there were people saying that Stacey probably is like trying to find a way to get back on TV. She was just on College Hill. I don't know anybody that necessarily watched that College Hill because it was a bunch of old washed up celebrities. But Stacey Dash was just on television. Streaming, but it was still television. So let me know what you guys thought about Stacey. Do you think she genuinely just found out about DMX? Or do y'all think that she just wanted to be... She wanted some attention, because that's what I think. I think Stacey just wanted some attention. Let me know what you guys thought about Stacey Dash. Kanye versus Adidas. Not going to talk about him and Kim Kardashian because whatever. Kanye versus Adidas. So, I have a bunch of Yeezys myself. I have at least 5 or 6 pair of the shoes. I have foam runners. I have the slides. I like it. I think they're some of my most comfortable shoes, to be honest. I can wear those Adidas all day. I've worn them to festivals. I've worn them to fairs. Um, they work. They work for me. Kanye is now going against the. Let me see if I can pull up this guy's name. Kanye is going against one of the heads of Adidas, and he is saying that he's accusing Adidas of releasing shoes in colorways that he has not approved. You know, Kanye is good for deleting. Is his name Daniel Pop? Okay, so Kanye is accusing this black man that's like very high up in Adidas of taking his shoes and releasing colors that Kanye has not approved of. I can see that because we know that Kanye wants everything to be very monotone. Everything is like a neutral gray, like a tan, a black, a white. So like when now we see these Yeezys, like I have the bright blue ones, I have the orange and blue ones. So when you look at those kind of Yeezys, it does make you wonder: is this Adidas putting these out, or is it Kanye putting these out? I guess there's a couple different ways to look at this. If Kanye does feel that Adidas is taking his stuff, right, and they are putting colors and stuff out that he is not approved, that's one way to look at it. But Kanye is also very theatrical. Kanye is stunts and giggles. Kanye is smoke and mirrors a lot. I wouldn't put it past Kanye to do all of this in an effort to try to drive up sales. Because if Kanye honestly and truly felt that this was going on, there's a better way to handle it. Now, we know that Kanye has mental incapacities that prevent him from thinking logically because he doesn't take his medication. Kanye is bipolar. It has been confirmed. I believe he is supposed to be on medication for it. He does not take it because he feels that the medication stunts his creativity, which you hear a lot of like creatives say. You know what I mean? He's not the first person to say that. The bigger issue is that Kanye gets on Instagram and Twitter and he goes on these rants about how they're trying to hold the black man down, about how they're trying to do all this other stuff to him. And when he's going through these, because these are manic episodes, when he's going through these manic episodes, they then turn around and he likes to base all in like throw all of his anger and whatever towards Kim. I am not a Kim Kardashian hater. I never have been. I don't understand the people that hate this woman so much. She had a sex tape. She flipped it and reversed it. She got famous for it. I mean, I don't have a problem with the Kardashian family. They don't bother me. But one thing that I don't get is how Kanye, who had no issue with the Kardashians, who had no issues with the Kardashians the entire time that he was like married to Kim. No problem with how they were doing. No problem with the kids being on the show. No problem with himself appearing on the show. All of a sudden now she's just terrible mother. She's this terrible person. And he knows that the majority of the world hates this woman for no reason because it's cool and it's trendy to hate the Kardashians. So he goes in and he does all this extra stuff and the blogs pick up on it. YouTubers, we talk about it. And it trends, and then that way he can sneak out another pair of shoes that everybody's gonna go buy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like everything is manufactured. So the people that think that, you know, the Kardashians, you know, put out all this stuff and they create drama so that they can turn around and get more attention put onto them, Kanye does the same thing. The Kanye versus Adidas situation might be very real, but what is the alternate Kanye? Because you got to think about it this way. What major shoe company is going to want to work with you with how you act with Adidas all the time? So there are people saying, oh, well, Kanye can just go out and he can start his own shoe label and he can do it himself. If he could do it himself, he would have done it by now. Kanye is relying on that Adidas technology, which is why those shoes are so comfortable. Kanye's shoes weren't as comfortable when he was with Nike. So, and Kanye cannot take Adidas patent and Adidas whatever that they use their technology. He can't use that to continue producing these shoes. If they were to say, you know what, Kanye, it's not even worth it, bump it, and they just start putting out shoes that are similar, which Adidas is doing now. They've put out shoes that look like foam runners. They've put out slides. They've put out different like running shoes and lifestyle shoes that look very, very similar to Yeezys that are in, I don't want to say better colorways, but that are in better colorways. So what is Kanye going to do when, if they were to phase him out altogether, because it's not worth the trouble? What is he going to do? Let me know what you guys feel about the whole Kanye situation with Adidas. I really just want Kanye to be quiet. I do. I want Kanye to be quiet. I want him to handle whatever the issue is. Get your lawyers. Have your lawyers handle this. Have your people talk to their people. And we can be done with this. Because this is silly. This is silly. All right? All right, so next up, let's talk Aries Spears. So Aries Spears, 2 stories today. So first is Aries Spears versus Lizzo. Aries Spears was doing an interview with somebody, and someone asked him, the interviewer asked him, does he listen, what's my tab? Does he listen to Lizzo's music? And it turned into, I can't rock with her. Not because of her music, but more or less because of how she looks. I listened to the whole interview, and to kind of paraphrase it, her body looks like mashed potatoes. She looks like the shit emoji. Just all this unnecessary stuff. He then rounds it off by saying that even though he's a little heavier, he's still handsome because he's funny and he's good looking and he can still pull bitches and he can still get ass when he wants it. And it's like, you're funny and handsome where? Where? What part of you is funny and or handsome? I guess my whole thing is, when it comes to Lizzo, Melissa is not bothering anybody. She's not. She's not bothering anybody. And I think, or is she Elizabeth? Lizzo's not bothering anybody. There are definitely times where Lizzo has come out, and I've said myself, I'm sick of seeing her ass on my timeline, right? But I will be sick of seeing anybody's ass on my timeline. I will be sick of Rihanna if she were doing it. I would be sick of Beyonce if she were doing it. I would be sick of Maya, of Brandy, like of Monica. There are various people that I just don't need to see their bare ass up and down the timeline all the time, right? And we know that a lot of people just kind of feel that because of Lizzo's size, that she shouldn't be doing the things that she is doing. But for Aries Spears, who, I mean, for all intents and purposes, nigga, you look like the shit emoji. For him to get on and instead of just saying that, oh, I don't listen to her music, you use it as an opportunity to shit on her, is getting old. The Lizzo hate is getting super, super old. She's talented. She's really minding her business. She's making fun music. She's not bothering anybody. You don't hear about Lizzo getting into it with anybody. You don't hear about Lizzo attacking anybody for any reason whatsoever. I mean, is she annoying on TikTok? Sure. But I guess my thing is, why does that bother you? Mute her. Unfollow her. Because you always have the opportunity to not follow these people on social media. You have the opportunity, same with the Kardashians, you have the opportunity to mute these people. You have the opportunity to mute these people. No one is saying that you have to follow anybody. So, like, Aries Spears, like, this is not the first time I feel like he has been in scrutiny for, like, running his mouth and talking shit about black women. Which leads over to the next story with Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish. So, a couple of days ago, it came out that both Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears were facing child they call it child abuse, child molestation, inappropriate charges, right? And when I first saw it, I was like, this has to be like one of those like rumors that just pops up. And they say it goes back to this 14-year-old boy that was cast in like a skit that they were doing for, was it Funny or Die or something like that. So I went and looked up the skit because I wanted to see what it was about. Super inappropriate. I wish I never watched it. Super inappropriate. So the skit is Tiffany Haddish apparently has this son. The boy is about 14 years old. And I guess her Uncle Pete lives with her. So she keeps having the uncle watch this boy, but he's always just like in his underwear. So the little boy is sitting on the floor in his underwear for whatever reason, nothing else, and he's like playing with various toys. And Uncle Pete is like watching the boy, babysitting, while watching him through a newspaper, and then they like cut the eyes out, so he's staring at this little boy inappropriately while R. Kelly, my mind's saying no, my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes, is playing in the background. So then it's a scene where like the little boy is like playing with like a toy gun. So he's,
do you want to listen to this on?
No, Siri. The little boy is like trying to do like the gun, like to, you know, I don't know guns, y'all. Trying to get the gun to like load it. And it's making an inappropriate hand gesture. So then there's a scene where Tiffany Haddish has Aries Spears, who plays the uncle. Aries Spears, who plays the uncle, is like watching a little boy while he's in the bathtub, and the music is playing again. And then Aries Spears gets in the bathtub with the little boy. And then the final scene is like the little boy now staring at Aries Spears with the same music playing, and now Aries Spears is like, the entire thing was very cringy, very inappropriate. And it's like, what part of that was supposed to be funny? And I get that they might have thought that, oh yeah, this is something that we're doing to just kind of talk about R. Kelly or poke fun at R. Kelly. But what a lot of people failed to realize is when you make those jokes about R. Kelly in that fashion, you're still exposing these kids that are in the video. You exposed yourself. So Tiffany actually issued a statement today on her Instagram. I know her lawyers issued a statement last week, like the day after this came out. But Tiffany Haddish got onto her Instagram today and said, I know people have a bunch of questions. I get it. I'm right there with you. Unfortunately, because this is an ongoing legal case, there's very little that I can say right now. But clearly, while the sketch was intended to be comedic, it wasn't funny at all. And I deeply regret having agreed to act in it. I really look forward to being able to share a lot more about the situation as soon as I can. And she turned off her comments. I guess I don't understand what was really going through their mind when they made the skit. I don't follow Aries Spears. I don't give a damn about anything involving what he would have to say. But to my knowledge, he has not spoken out or issued any type of statement or anything of the sort. They're being charged with sexual abuse. So while it was uploaded to Funny or Die, they're saying that it was removed because it was absolutely disgusting, which it is. So they're being accused of grooming and sexual assault. in these skits. This is a bad look. This is a very, very bad look. See, this is the type of stuff that gets people blackballed. And while Aries Spears, whatever, Tiffany Haddish had a very bright future and career still ahead of her. So when you get mixed up into something like this, as stupid and pointless as this skit was, you now might be jeopardizing your entire career. Let's say it does. Let's just say that even if it does get thrown out, there's still that stigma. You thought that making a skit about a young boy being abused or groomed, you thought that was funny. You thought that was funny. What? What? Come on, Tiffany. Come on now. Come on now. So let me know what you... Oh, last story, Bow Wow. So, Bow Wow, Shad Gregory Moss, has issued out what he is calling the Diamond Package. So we know I think it's like a couple months ago, Chris Brown was charging $1,000 for his meet and greet VIP, where he's doing all these hilarious poses with his fans and giving them a memorable experience. Chris Brown, who is still performing and touring and putting out music at a very high level, who, we are still listening to new music by, who, is still very much involved in the music industry. Well, I think 1,000 is a lot. I believe it includes it still includes your concert ticket, maybe not. I guess I'm not complaining about that. Lil Bow Wow, however, is also putting out a $1,000 package, okay? This is what is involved in the Bow Wow Diamond VIP package. The ultimate hangout with Bow Wow, which is a 30 to 45 minute personal hang and tour conducted by Bow. Only available for 10 fans in each city, where you get a behind the scenes look at backstage areas, the lounge, the tour bus, and more. You also get a personal meet and greet and a photo with him. You get to attend his pre-show VIP lounge party. A digital download of your meet and greet, so you can get a picture for free, which it should be, okay? You get a souvenir laminate and a souvenir VIP laminate and a lanyard, so I get to keep the shit that says VIP. A commemorative VIP hoodie, an exclusive drawstring bag. When I think of a drawstring bag, I ran track in high school, and I think of like the spike bag that we would put our spikes in. I don't want a drawstring bag. I don't. And then you get early access to merchandise shopping with a special item available for sale only to VIP guests. So even though I get access to the tour merch first, I still have to pay for the VIP. But while this is working for Chris Brown, I'm sorry, but anybody that pays $1,000 for this, stupid. And I'm an 80s baby. I'm a 90s kid. Bow Wow had us in a chokehold. Late 90s, mid to late 90s, early 2000s. But there was still no way on God's green earth that I would pay $1,000 to meet Mr. 106 in Park. And it's mainly because of Bow Wow's attitude. I feel like the way that you treat your fans, the way that you behave, your persona and everything on social media sets a precedent. So when you have Bow Wow, who talks about retiring from music every other month, who's saying that, he doesn't need anybody. He doesn't even want to do music. He doesn't want to do this. Like, why would anybody go and pay $1,000 for you? You're too unpredictable. What if you wake up that morning and decide that you're mad at Jermaine Dupri again, so you don't want to perform any of the music that he might have helped you write or produce or arrange? What if you wake up and decide you just don't feel like doing it anymore? Bow Wow is too risky for that. Way too risky. Let me know what you guys thought about any of the topics from today's video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up the video.